In the days when the eagles of Roman Empire cast their shadow across the known world, the cities roared like restless seas. Marble temples glittered. Incense curled toward indifferent gods, and the arenas thundered with applause as steel kissed flesh. Power was virtue, mercy was weakness, glory was red. Then, in the turning of an age, a sign appeared. On the eve of battle, beneath the cold sky before the clash at the Battle of the Milvian Bridge, the Emperor Constantine the Great beheld a cross of light blazing above the sun, and heard a whisper in his soul, "In this sign, conquer." He marched beneath that sign, and though Rome still bore scars of ambition, a different conquest had begun. The prisons opened to the persecuted. By the Edict of Milan, chains fell from Christian wrists. In halls once perfumed for sacrifice, bishops now spoke of a kingdom not built by swords but by sacrifice of another kind. At Nicaea they gathered, hammering doctrine as smiths forge iron, proclaiming one Lord over all tribes and ranks. Years passed, and under Theodosius IX the empire bent its knee to the faith once hunted. The old altars grew cold. The cries of abandoned infants, once left to fade on lonely hills, were answered by believers who called them brother and sister. Widows found bread. The sick found hands that did not recoil. Even slaves heard a startling word, beloved. Yet one giant still roared, the arena. Within the Colosseum, sand drank blood as crowds chanted for death. Teachers of the way warned, "What profit is delight in slaughter?" Still the games endured, half habit, half hunger, until a small figure stepped from the stands. In the reign of Honorius, a monk named Telemachus leapt between two combatants and cried, "In the name of Christ, forbear." Stones answered him. The crowd, once drunk on violence, fell into a sudden terrible sobriety as the monk's blood darkened the sand. And something broke. The emperor, shaken, forbade the combats. The swords were sheathed. The schools of death were closed. The Colosseum, once a furnace of fury, learned silence. Rome did not become heaven overnight. Empires still trembled, armies still marched. But a seed had split the stone. Mercy entered, law, charity became strength. The least were lifted, not discarded, power learned to kneel. Thus the empire that conquered by iron was itself conquered by a cross, not by crushing its foes, but by teaching them that every soul, gladiator and emperor alike, bore the image of God. And where the crowds once cried for blood, a quieter glory endured, compassion steadfast as a kingdom not of this world. Thank you.